destroy this Earth?
Later. I like to play with things a while before annihilation.
The first thing that may come to your mind when you hear 80s is cheesy but also awesome pop music or color-filled logos like the one you saw a couple of seconds ago. But the 80s also had some of the greatest science fiction movies of all time. It's in that area where it came after camp from the late 70s, but before Hollywood changed to a more of a computerized way of filmmaking. The 80s is truly that hotspot for cheesy, good sci-fi movies.
It's over!
Hello, I'm ET13's Productions, and today we'll be counting down the top 5 best 80s sci-fi movies. This was requested by YouTube user Paul Cummings, and for this list we'll be excluding TV movies and any movies I haven't seen yet, but I have seen a vast majority of movies from the 80s. So, enjoy!
I love this song. This song's part of me. And I'm gonna make it part of you. That's all right. Keep it tight.
Number 5. Aliens, 1986. I'll admit this list was really hard to come up with on how I would rank all these movies. But at our number 5 spot is James Cameron's classic Aliens. This movie doesn't skip a groove at all when it comes to basically everything. The cast is great, the special effects are on point, the score, it's all really great. There is nothing I could say bad about this movie. But sadly, it has to take our number 5 spot on this list. But also, this movie has on par with some of the greatest one-liners, competing even with Arnold.
Get away from her, you...
Number 4. Back to the Future Part 2. In my opinion, this is the best out of the trilogy of Back to the Future movies. Though the first one is amazing, this one is slightly better than them. But both are really great. But this movie earns our number 4 spot by being such a classic, having such a great story by Robert Zemeckis, and adds onto this really nicely the element of family that's kinda hinted at in this movie. It's all really great. And to add on, this is the second Spielberg movie on the list. But truly, this is a classic for all ages of people.
Oh yeah. Everything's great.
gotta come back with me. Where? Back to the future.
Wait a minute, what are you doing, Doc?
I need fuel. Go ahead, quick! Get in the car!
No. Look, Doc, I just got here, okay? Jennifer's here. We're gonna take the new truck for a spin.
Well, bring her along. This concerns her, too.
Wait a minute, Doc. What are you talking about? Now, what happens to us in the future? What, do we become assholes or something?
Oh, no. You and Jennifer both turn out fine. It's your kids, Marty. Something's gotta be done about your kids.
Hey, Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hey, Marty! Marty, I wanted to show you these new matchbooks for my auto detailing I had printed up.
Like DeLorean?
Number 3, Ghostbusters 1984. This sci-fi comedy classic is one of the greatest 80s movies of all time. Truly, the cast was amazing. They had such great chemistry. The direction of the movie was great. Really, everything about this movie was also amazing. There is nothing on this movie you could condemn either. It is just so well made that there's nothing that can ever come close to it. Not even a Ghostbusters 3. Now, however, I will go on to Ghostbusters 2 real quick. That movie was criticized for being what it was. However, I thought it was an okay movie. Not good, not bad, just an okay movie. But Ghostbusters 1984 is a timeless classic that'll never go away, and that is why it's earned our number 3 spot on this list.
Come in, Ray.
Pinkman! I saw it!
It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me.
He's an ugly little spud, isn't he?
I think he can hear you, Ray.
Don't move. It won't hurt you. What happened? Are you okay?
He slimed me.
That's great! Actual physical contact! Can you move?
Ray, come in, please.
I feel so funky.
Spengler, I'm with Beckman. You got slimed.
That's great, Ray. Save some for me.
Number 2, Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. Taking our number 2 spot is arguably the best Star Trek movie to date. The emotional connections you get from all the characters is amazing. And seeing Ricardo Montalban return as Khan is amazing. He really is this character. And this movie is arguably one of the best deaths of all sci-fi history. And of course, we are talking about Spock's. And since it is such a great scene, after this, we will show you a clip of that. But before we do, I have to say this is one of the greatest space-based movies of all time. And really, there's hardly any other movie that can compete with this. There's just, the story's amazing. The acting was way better in this movie than other Star Trek movies. And really, there's just nothing I can say about this movie. I know I've said that about every movie, but it's true. All these movies are so good that it's really hard to find something to say, well, it didn't do good in this. But anyway, on with that clip.
Spock!
Ship? Out of danger?
Yes.
Don't grieve, Admiral. It is logical. The needs of the many outweigh
the needs of the few.
Or the one. I never took the Kobayashi Maru test. Until now. What do you think of my solution? Spock. I have been, and always shall be, your friend. Live long and prosper.
No.
And before we reveal our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You are on the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
Not true. That's impossible.
Call me Snake.
Some of them have cars. They took old junkers that were left behind, converted them to steam. We think they may also have a gasoline source in there. And power. Greenhouses, rigged up generators. Some areas have streetlights. The crazies. They live in the subways. Complete control of the underground. They're night raiders.
Tracer, sends a radio signal for 15 minutes. If you push it, we can track you on radar. Just like Leningrad. But they added something, a safety catch.
This is Blue Leader to Blue Bikes. Run these guys into your jet walls.
Copy, Blue Leader. Copy, Blue Leader. This is Gold 1 to Gold 2 and 3. Split up. Take them one on one.
want some music out of you characters.
You want it, Artie? You got it.
Number 1. Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. Now, I know what you're thinking. Buckaroo, what? This movie is everything you'd expect from an 80s movie. The lighting, the actors, the writing, the outlandish story. It's amazing, but very obscure. But that doesn't ruin the movie. If you can look behind its outlandish stuff, it's a fun, good, entertaining movie. And back in the 80s, that's all you had to be, is fun and entertaining. That's why this movie takes our number 1 spot as the best movie from the 80s, in my opinion. I've enjoyed this movie so much. I've watched it again and again because I just look past the craziness like you're seeing on your screen right now. He is everybody's favorite brain surgeon, rocket scientist, rock star, dimensional traveler guy. Peter Weller just has fun with this character. No matter what it was, he did it. And to close out my list, you will listen to the amazing end credits of this movie. And if you haven't seen this already, check it out. It's really fun. It's a movie for you to watch. It's for all the ages. It's overall a very fun movie, and I really like it. And I'm happy I found this movie. What did you think of my list? Comment down below what your top 5 80s movies would be. And as always, don't let King Kong make a monkey out of you, G fans. See ya.